Buckle up. Are you holding on? All right. From Tacoma, Washington, it's time to go cruising northwest. If you've been wondering what this cruising business is all about, then pay attention. It's about cars. Old, bold, clean, and mean, and about the people who keep these beauties alive and well. So hold on tight as we go cruising northwest.
Cruzin Northwest. I'm Dick Page. Our program today is about Busch's Restaurant. Our guests are Dan and Karen Busch, and we're going to be watching some Mark Harper video of the 1986 Kingsmen event at Busch's. We're going to be talking a little bit about the history of the restaurant, and a little later in the program we're going to have a special where we're going to have about 3 minutes of music and some Mark Harper video. Cruzin. Very popular right now. All started really at Busch's. And I don't mean 1982 or anything like that, but in the 40s, really. What, 1941, too? What are we talking about? 1942. Mm-hmm. You want to give us a little history, Dan, of the restaurant and how your folks...
My father purchased the restaurant from Frank Kruger. At that time, it was a XXX restaurant, a drive-in, that is, in 1942. And my mother at that time was a nurse at St. Joseph Hospital, and they both put their funds together and they purchased the restaurant, and they did quite a bit of remodeling to it. It had 3 major fires in the last 20 years before it became the Busch's Round Table as it is now known. And Dad did a lot of work as far as portion controlling foods was concerned. He was very much into this, and he started this very much into the restaurants and drive-ins in that era. And during the height of the drive-in, he would have as many as 16 car hops on a Friday and a Saturday night. 8 girls on one side of the restaurant, 8 girls on the other side of the restaurant. And we would...
This restaurant was the biggest drive-in north of San Francisco.
That's correct.
Right.
As I remember it, it had how many parking spots?
200.
200.
I remember 240, I thought, but I think it was 200 or more,
Yeah,
depending on how we packed them in there.
Right.
And, of course, I wasn't there in the 40s, but I was there in the late 50s. And not to be hokey or anything, but Busch's really started a lot for me. I discovered Hot Rod Magazine and Busch's Drive-In about the same time. I didn't know what people were talking about. They talked about they're going to go out to Busch's and see some cars. I thought, why would anybody take a nice car and go out and drive around in the bushes?
Right.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
Right.
And, of course, I was pre-driving age, and I ended up in the back seat of some cars and went out there, and I was just in shock. I couldn't believe what I saw. There were hundreds and hundreds of people from all over just down there. We didn't call it cruising. They were just driving around, showing off their cars.
Right.
When at that time there were 2 major high schools, Stadium and Lincoln, and the kids had their own area, the restaurant, where they one on one side and one on the other, and that's just where you parked. You parked with your own group, and tried to get there first to get in the front row
Very
and show off your
prestigious
car.
to be in the front row. I
Yes.
can remember Jim
Right.
Leslie all of a sudden his 36-3 in the front row. It was like he had his own spot reserved.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they did. A lot of the people did have their own spots, and it was a place to go. It was a place to be seen with their cars or their parents' cars, and it was a lot of clean fun. Kids had a good time.
It was more than that. It was magic. It was nighttime, and it was rock and roll music, summer, hot, neat cars from all over. You see California cars and everything. We're going to be right back after this. Don't go away.
Guy spends $50 or $60 tuning up his car himself. Then he comes in here and says,
It still doesn't run right.
I say, did you change the spark plug wires? If the insulation is shot, nothing will make your car run properly. That's why I put in new Autolite power seals. The insulation is thicker than ordinary wires to seal in the power. They're so tough, these Autolite power seals are guaranteed for as long as you own your car.
Autolite Power Seal spark plug wires now on sale at all 13 big wheel locations. They just don't build them like that anymore, and they haven't since about 1971. These are the classics, and they're worth some TLC. At Thumbs Up, the Classic Car Care Center at 166th and Meridian on Puyallup, South Hill. Restoration, rebuilding, repair, maintenance, they do it all at the one-stop Classic Car Service Center, Thumbs Up. Move forward to the past. Call Thumbs Up today. Ask about their brand of TLC, Total Lasting Care. Thumbs Up, just north of Thunfield on Meridian in Puyallup. Corvette is special. Corvettes and Classics is a special dealership. Corvettes and Classics carry only the best, and they know the difference. Before you buy, see the difference. At 112th and Canyon Road, Corvettes and Classics, the special dealership. Hey, how's your bump? Big, little? Makes no difference at Meridian Collision Center on Puyallup, South Hill. They do the tough ones with quality workmanship, fair prices, and a full 3-year written warranty. And that's the way it's been for nearly 20 years at Meridian Collision Center. Complete frame and body repair for everything from compacts to buses to semis or motorhomes. At 158th and South Meridian in Puyallup, Meridian Collision Center.
Hi, welcome back to Cruzin Northwest. I'm Dick Page, and my guests today are Dan and Karen Busch, and they've been telling us how their father and mother started Busch's restaurant in 1942. And I was expounding on what a magic place it was in the late 50s and early 60s for us. A lot of people established friendships down there that have lasted 20 years and more. I think you probably know this. You must get a lot of people coming down there for anniversaries and things.
That's right. We get quite a few people that do come down there for anniversary dinners that met on the curb in different high schools, and they strike up a friendly relationship, and they fall in love, and they get married, and they have their anniversary dinner back there again. I mean, it's really quite of a historical landmark, I think, as far as friendships are concerned, and Tacoma, basically.
I met people later after I got into customizing cars and body and fender work painting and the things that I've done. I would meet people at out-of-state car shows that would tell me, "Oh, you're from Tacoma. We used to come all the way from Spokane to cruise Busch's on Saturday night."
That's right.
People came from hundreds of miles. It wasn't unusual at all. What we're seeing on this is the Kingsman 1986 event at Busch's that Mark Harper and the crew taped down there. This is part of a longer version, a 1-hour video that they have available. Now, this year, you're going to have your 45th anniversary.
Yes.
Right. We'll be doing a special show about that later with hopefully some history, some pictures. If anyone out there has any pictures, any photographs or anything of any of the cars or any of the happenings that took place in Busch's in the 50s and 60s, we would appreciate maybe to see them and or borrow them.
Definitely.
We're going to try to put together a special program. Your dad, now, I didn't know your dad real well, but I'll tell you my fondest memory of him, watching him siphon gas out of his own car at 1:30 in the morning.
So that someone could get home.
That's right. That's right. And what was the name of the policeman that was down there for so many years?
Well, his nickname was Smiley.
That's right.
He was a very good friend of the fellows and the girls. He had a lot of respect from the younger people. He would be almost like a father to them.
It was
a good relationship.
It was.
Tom McCarthy.
Tom McCarthy, yes.
That's right. Yeah, I remembered his name was Tom, but I don't think I've ever heard his last name. Quite a fellow.
And a person that worked with my father for many years, his name was Cecil Ryan. And he was very much involved with the restaurant for many years also. And my father and Cecil worked very close together. And they would spend a lot of time out on the curb talking to the fellows and the girls about their cars and so forth. And it was a very good relationship that my father and Cecil had with the younger generation.
I was always excited to go down to Busch's, and you could actually see on occasion, not every night now, but on occasion, you could actually see famous cars that had been on the covers of the magazines. Rod and Custom magazine, Hot Rod magazine, Carcraft. Fella brought 36 Candy Apple Red 36 Ford Roadster up from Portland, had been on the cover of Hot Rod, and many, many times you go down there and see really famous cars, and that was really special for us. When we come back, we're going to have 3 minutes of music and a special Mark Harper video. We've been watching some of the cars from the 1986 Kingsmen event, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hagen's, 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 Hagen's. How many times have you heard the name?
4.
Parts, manuals, magazines, literature, parts, and more parts. Old parts, very old parts, even new parts. More than just one part? How about all the parts? They're all at Hagen's. Hagen's Auto Parts at 8526 River Road in Puyallup. Call the parts number, 845-7020. Hagen's. If Hagen's hasn't got it, it probably wasn't made.
Здраво, јас сам Преки из Tacoma Звезда. Моја Honda превод из Јужне Tacoma мотора е заиста победник.
That's right, Brecky. No matter how you say it, the entire selection of new Hondas is a winning lineup. They're exciting and always perform like real stars. Score big on the Honda of your choice at South Tacoma Motors. Hey, is this yours?
Yeah, join the team at South Tacoma Motors.
We invite you to be a part of our winning team of customers.
If you've tried the rest, now use the best. Liquid Glass will take your vehicle from dull to bright in just one easy step. Liquid Glass contains a powerful cleaning agent, paint restorer, and rust inhibitor, and it's guaranteed safe to use on all paints and finishes. Liquid Glass cleans, polishes, mirror shines, and seals airtight in one simple step. No hard rubbing or buffing. It's easy and simple to use, and each application lasts a full year. It's called Liquid Glass. Cruzin Northwest can now be yours for home viewing. Our complete library of 23 area runs is available in full one-hour video cassettes with all the action and the music of the Great Pretenders. Each tape is just $29.95 plus tax and shipping, and you can order by mail. Send check or money order to Cruzin Northwest, 424 Broadway, Tacoma, Washington, 98402. Make Cruzin Northwest a part of your home entertainment.
Give me a ticket for an airplane. I ain't got time to take her the best train. Yeah, lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. She wrote for an airplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train, yeah. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby, she wrote me later.
We've been listening to The Great Pretenders, watching the Mark Harper video. We'll be right back after this.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bob Mallon, president of Mallon Ford, and I want to tell you I'm more committed to the automobile industry than ever. And because of being in the industry for a number of years, representing a family that's been selling Fords in South Tacoma Way since 1916, I know this when it comes to consumer protection. Shop when you get ready to buy. Make sure that you do that to become knowledgeable and informed. So shop Mallon Ford on South Tacoma Way.
They just don't build them like that anymore, and they haven't since about 1971. These are the classics, and they're worth some TLC. At Thumbs Up, the Classic Car Care Center at 166th and Meridian on Puyallup, South Hill. Restoration, rebuilding, repair, maintenance, they do it all at the one-stop Classic Car Service Center, Thumbs Up. Move forward to the past. Call Thumbs Up today. Ask about their brand of TLC, Total Lasting Care. Thumbs Up, just north of Thunfield on Meridian in Puyallup. If the name is Oldsmobile, the name is Roberts. Roberts Motors at 2323 Auburn Way North in Auburn. Olds owners have come to depend upon Roberts for parts, for service, and for the little extras that make owning a classic Olds something special. Whether your classic is from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, or is one of tomorrow's classics, Roberts Motors is there for you at 2323 Auburn Way North. Roberts Motors in Auburn. Cruzin Northwest can now be yours for home viewing. Our complete library of 23 area runs is available in full one-hour video cassettes with all the action and the music of the Great Pretenders. Each tape is just $29.95 plus tax and shipping, and you can order by mail. Send check or money order to Cruzin Northwest, 424 Broadway, Tacoma, Washington, 98402. Make Cruzin Northwest a part of your home entertainment.
Welcome back to Cruzin Northwest. I'm Dick Page, and today's program is about Bushes. Our first guests were Dan and Karen Busch, and they'll be rejoining us in a few minutes. Right now, Bob Davison and Denny Patton have joined us. And Denny, you're really the instigator of the 1982 Bushes. We didn't call it a cruise night at first, we called it a reunion. And this is what really started it all here in the Northwest. This was the first major event of any kind like this. Nobody had ever seen anything like this before. How'd you ever dream this up?
Well, just with all the things with the cars and all the friends, kind of missing the place where we used to go years back. And got to talking with Bob Davison and the Busch family. And we decided maybe we'd try to put something together, and then between Bob and I and you with all your help, we got everything rolling real good. The Busch family was terrific and doing all they could to put it together, and I think it just mushroomed into something we didn't believe would happen, a big event.
As I remember it, the first time the three of us put it together in 10 days, basically promoting it. From the time the first flyer was drawn and I got it back from the printer till the time it happened was, I think, 10 or 12 days. This was huge. Nobody had ever seen a crowd like that. And people literally came from all over. They were having calls at the restaurant from Oregon wanting to know if it was true. I was so excited at the time, I couldn't really tell you how many cars were there. There were hundreds, it's safe to say.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was out of this world. And I think it astonished all of us, to, to the point where we had the second event. That was just unbelievable more. It was I couldn't believe how many people had showed up from the old timers. And
a lot of people got interested in coming out and wanted to help out, if they could when they heard about it, and graffiti drainage, they did a lot too, you know, in getting the people situated in different areas out there and showing them where to park or how to park. And then it got to a point there was no areas to park, and it was really, really packed. And there's a lot of people out there that had never seen their friends and people they grew up with for 10, 15 years there, and they ran into the first time out there. I remember myself, there were some situations where I ran into some people I hadn't seen for years, you know, just like a reunion, exactly how you talked about it, you know. It was beautiful. It was magic, like you spoke to earlier tonight, that situations like this, you know, bring back lots and lots of memories when we were youngsters and used to hang out there, you know. It was the big hot spot, where to go on Friday and Saturday night. And then when this could all be brought back again, you know, it was great. Just unbelievable.
I saw people there I hadn't seen since high school, literally.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That was a fantastic situation in that aspect. Unbelievable. And some beautiful equipment and beautiful cars. And people took time to bring their cars out. That's what was amazing. There was cars put away, and they brought them out. They had the opportunity to bring them out of the woodwork.
I can remember several people. One fellow, a fireman down on Tacoma Avenue. Another guy had a mobile gas station out in Parkland. At least those two that I can think of offhand that brought cars out that had been in the garage, hadn't run in 10, 15 years. Guys were rebuilding them, rebuilding carburetors, charging up batteries, airing up tires, getting cars out. Hadn't been on the street in years. I think Steve Barker prepared a car and brought it out that he hadn't had on the road for a while. It was a terrific response. Absolutely
he had that
terrific.
car, he had that same vehicle back there, back in the early or late 50s and early 60s, and he brought that same vehicle that he put away back out for that reunion. It was just amazing.
There was a fellow named Marty there with a blue Model A coupe that he drove to high school, and the same guy was there with the same car.
There was a lot of people, you know, that had met their girlfriends, and girlfriends that met their boyfriends that ended up getting married. That came out there. It was the first opportunity for them to go back there as a reunion situation.
And we'll be back with some more right after this. Don't go away.
Cruzin Northwest can now be yours for home viewing. Our complete library of 23 area runs is available in full one-hour video cassettes with all the action and the music of the Great Pretenders. Each tape is just $29.95 plus tax and shipping, and you can order by mail. Send check or money order to Cruzin Northwest, 424 Broadway, Tacoma, Washington, 98402. Make Cruzin Northwest a part of your home entertainment.
How far would you go without tires? Probably as far as Pete's Tire and Service Center, located on Kent's East Hill. Pete's Tire and Service Center has a complete line of Goodyear tires and specials you'll have to compare. And I know you'll save. How about a lube oil and filter, $8.88, or 4 white spoke rims complete, computer balanced, and chrome goodies, $139.95. Call Brad or Pete. You'll hear 11 years of experience talking to you. When you're at Pete's, note the cleanliness, and then we invite you to
buy your tires at Pete's.
If you've tried the rest, now use the best. Liquid Glass will take your vehicle from dull to bright in just one easy step. Liquid Glass contains a powerful cleaning agent, paint restorer, and rust inhibitor, and it's guaranteed safe to use on all paints and finishes. Liquid Glass cleans, polishes, mirror shines, and seals airtight in one simple step. No hard rubbing or buffing. It's easy and simple to use, and each application lasts a full year. It's called Liquid Glass. Talk about driving. That's Mike Dunaway, the world's longest driver, and he's ready to show you how to hit it long to push your drive beyond your wildest dreams. In a 5-step training course, Dunaway explains the setup, the swing, the follow-through, all the moves to make you a more powerful contender out on the links. Sold nationally at $71.50, Hit It Long is now yours through this TV offer for only $29.95 plus tax and shipping. Let Mike Dunaway take you way out there.
It don't get any better than that.
Hi, welcome back to Cruzin Northwest. We've been talking with Bob Davison and Denny Patton. Now we've been rejoined by Dan and Karen Busch. In this last little segment of our show, we're going to discuss some of the plans for your big 45th anniversary.
Okay. Well, this year we're having the Cruzins on Friday and Saturday nights. And we have Walt Kaplan, DJ, who plays the live 50 records, 40s, 50s, and 60s music. And we decided that since this is our 45th year for the Busch family to be in the restaurant business in the same location, that we wanted to do something really special. And we wanted to involve all the people that have supported our business for the last 30 or 40 years and make it just really something wonderful. So on May 17th, that's a Sunday, we're going to be having Busch's 45th anniversary celebration and rod run. And that will be from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And we just anticipate an excellent turnout. We should have parking for about 200 cars. And there will be plaques and trophies, awards given out, door prizes, some other special things that we're going to do. Walt will be there all day playing music. And we, you know, good weather allowing and everything, just really anticipate a really fantastic day.
When we had the second event there in 1982, you don't know this, but I was talking with the police department, and they're used to handling crowds and traffic. Now, granted, we had a lot of repeaters. A lot of people could not park, so they had to continually drive through because this was a monster event. Tacoma Police Department told me that they had never handled an automotive event that large. This was the biggest thing other than the Daffodil Parade or the 4th of July they'd ever handled. They told me they processed over 80,000 people through there. A lot of repeaters, admittedly. You know, a lot of those people are counted 2 or 3 times. But 80,000 people through there in about 10 hours. And finally, I don't know if you know this, the State Patrol had to close off the freeway exit on I-5 because we were backing up traffic all the way onto I-5 and creating a hazard.
No, we didn't know that.
No, we didn't know that.
We knew it was incredible
huge.
because we were in touch with them after that, and they said that it was just really incredible. They kept dispatching more and more units to the area just for traffic control, and it was just totally overwhelming. It really was.
It really was, and I hope we have that type of an event again.
Yeah, well, I think because it was the first really big thing in 20 years that had happened there, everybody wanted to come that one particular night. And that's why it's really nice that we're doing this every weekend now through the summer, because then they have a chance to come.
Take some of the pressure off.
Right.
Right, every Friday and Saturday
Right.
we're doing it. Matter of fact, that night that we had that big event, we sold some 1,500 hamburgers.
We ran out of food.
Well, hopefully you will again. Now that's May 17th, Sunday, from what time?
10 a.m. to 5.
And we want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for watching Cruzin Northwest. See you next week, same time, same station. Watch for us at major events. If you see the cameras, come up and say hi. Show us your car. Who knows? You might be on television. I'm Dick Page, and you've been Cruzin Northwest.
I never make it alone. So believe me when I tell you I never make it alone. I'm gonna tell you one more time. When you told me you didn't need me anymore, well, you know I nearly broke down and cried. When you told me you didn't need me anymore, well, you know I nearly broke down and died. Oh, darling, help you to leave.